Hello and welcome back to my holiday series. Today is August 3rd and it is Blame Someone Else Day. So just blame me. Just say it was my fault. Just go for it. I don't care. Sadly or not sadly, I don't know. I'm used to it now. Because at my old job, pretty much everything was my fault. Even if I had nothing to do with any of it. So I got kind of used to just, taking the blame for everything. And I'm just like, okay, I didn't do that, but I guess I'll fix this, even though I didn't do it. And you're not going to correct the person who actually made the mistake and, to help them to learn to not make the same mistakes. No, you're not going to tell them. You just want me to fix it. Okay, that's fine. I'll just fix it and mind my business and bitch about it later. Especially working in a doctor's office, patients quite often would blame me for things, including their possible death. Isn't that wonderful? So, patient comes in. It's after 6 o'clock. That's when we closed. Hi, I'd like to be seen. Oh, I'm so sorry. We stopped taking patients at 6 o'clock. It's 6:01. Right, we stopped taking patients at 6 o'clock. I have chest pain and stuff, and I'm gonna die thanks to you not checking me in. Okay, have a good night, sir. Go to the hospital. Bye. I mean, for real. It wasn't word for word, but I have had those conversations with people. This guy came rushing in with his daughter draped over his arms as if she was dying. She was fine, by the way. I don't even think she had a fever. And I said, I think at the time this one was I'm sorry, the doctor we have does not see patients under 13. Why, you ask? Would a walk-in clinic doctor not see patients under 13? Well, the answer is because they're stupid. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was real dumb. So I had to be the bearer of bad news all the time, right? So then it was my fault that his child was going to die. And I said, hospital's right down the road, dude. Obviously I didn't say that to him, but, I wished I could have. But, I'd make other suggestions on other clinics or the hospital or whatnot, whatever. I did my job, right? Did I get snarky sometimes? Maybe. There were times when I just, couldn't hold back. My face especially could betray me. But yeah, I just loved that I would get blamed for possible death. Phone calls for medication refills. It's been put in. They ask for 24 hours or 24 to 48 hours to process said request. Well, I'm out now. Okay, why didn't you call sooner? Right? Why is that my fault that you didn't call sooner for your refill that you're now out of, and we take 24 to 48 hours to process? It's posted everywhere too, by the way. It's not just a random thing that I pulled out of my butt to say. No, it was posted everywhere. So, oh, well, okay, I'll just be in pain all day then because people couldn't get their narco. So that's my fault that they couldn't get their medications, right? So yeah, I got the blame for a lot of things. It's just fantastic. And that's part of the reason I don't work there anymore. And, management would do nothing about it. They would do nothing to help you. They'd do nothing to support you. I would get complaints. There was one time when I actually had just started working this job, and this guy was swearing at me on the phone, and I was given permission. If people start swearing, you can hang up on them. I gave this dude 3 warnings before I hung up on him. So then the dude comes in. I hear his voice and I recognize it, and I just keep my head turned. I didn't even want to look at him. He's over here, and he asks the other front desk girl to go and get a manager. So my manager comes around. They choose to stand right in front of me, right in front of my area, right? Glad my name tag was flipped over so he couldn't see my name. He insisted that I be fired for hanging up on him, even though he was swearing at me, and it was, you know, not a productive conversation anymore. And he kept insisting that he recorded me, which is illegal. You cannot record someone, their audio, especially, without their permission. You can't do that. She's like, okay, let me hear it. Well, I don't have it on me. What phone were you using then? Why would you not have it on you right now? And then he kept demanding, well, will she be fired? And my boss is like, well, that's between me and her, isn't it? That's none of your concern whether or not I fire someone. You have no say. And he kept going on, and I just kept sinking lower and lower and lower into my chair because I'm like, what? Don't even look at me. I just stared at my computer screen, and I'm just like, oh my God, don't look at me. Don't. I mean, it's hard not to look up over my screen either because obviously they're talking about me and I'm just sitting here. He finally left, and then my boss just started laughing. And I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny at all. Like, what the hell? Why would your reaction be to laugh at that? That should have been my first sign, really. But no, I stuck with this company for 7 years. 5, 6, 7, I don't know, something like that. Years, right? So, quite a while I put up with all of this. So, long story short, if you need someone to blame today, because it is Blame Someone Else Day, feel free to blame me. I'm used to it. I can take it. I'll just laugh and be like, okay, it's my fault that it's raining. Woo! It's my fault that it's too sunny. It's my fault that it snowed. You know, it's my fault there's a hurricane. I don't even know if there's a current hurricane or tropical storm. There probably is. I don't know. I don't watch the news. But yeah, so just, you want to blame someone else and you don't really want to get somebody else in trouble necessarily, just blame me. Just say, hey, it's that Ella Mariel's fault. Just blame her. It's all her fault. I'm okay with it. So, have fun with today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and as an aside, was still up all night coughing, and the honey didn't do anything, sadly.